Never heard of this, or maybe you're not even sure of what period poverty means? I talked to the founder of Moms for Mental Health, Jillian Amodio, for a glimpse of a very real problem for many women.
Jillian, I think so many of us don't think about this being a big problem, but the period poverty, explain what that is, I guess, for people, first of all, who've never heard of this.
Sure. So, period poverty can be described as lacking access to adequate facilities, lacking access to period education or menstrual education, and lacking access to menstrual products. The World Bank estimates that 500 million women and girls globally lack access to facilities or menstrual hygiene management. And then on a local level, it's estimated that roughly 10.6% of the DC residents experience period poverty, and 1 in 8 Maryland women and girls between the ages of 12 and 44 suffer with period poverty as well.
I feel like the stats are that's what you go, oh my gosh. And was it like 1 in 4 women or teens in the US miss school?
1 in 4 teens, yep, are missing school. And these stats are actually slightly skewed because they don't typically account for the transgender population, which might also be dealing with period poverty as well.
Okay, so they miss school when it is that time of the month.
Yeah, if you don't have access to products, what are you going to do?
Yeah. So you are actually working on this. So what have you kind of come up with this drive for this month?
Yeah, so I run a group called Moms for Mental Health, and we believe that no menstruating individual should ever lack access to the products they need to ensure a safe, sanitary, and comfortable period. As we mentioned, many people are missing school, many women are missing work, or using products that maybe aren't as effective. Maybe they're just using toilet paper when they can use it. So, in honor of Women's History Month, Moms for Mental Health is bringing awareness to period poverty through a menstrual hygiene drive, and we encourage others to do the same. But it is important to note that education is also an important aspect of alleviating menstrual poverty.
It was found locally here too, like the period poverty kind of relates to like the food insecurity poverty, right?
It absolutely does. It is a large indication of someone having to struggle with period poverty if they are also undergoing food insecurity. Those stats correlate very closely.
For people who are listening, they're like, all right, I really need to help out. We take this for granted, right? What are you like? Are you looking for help, or how can we pitch in?
Yeah, so there's a couple of different ways. So one is holding menstrual hygiene drives like the one we're doing. You can talk to your local schools, your nurse's office at the school, churches, community centers, even libraries and doctor's offices or homeless shelters. You can also talk to your local legislators. There have been many legislation initiatives introduced to help bring free menstrual care items to schools and community health centers. And you can also talk to your local food banks because many of them are also stocking not just those non-perishable food items, but also keeping a section available for menstrual hygiene products as well.
So this drive will continue through the end of the month. You can go to momsformentalhealth.com to learn how you can donate.